Okay, hi. So I want to apologize because I don't think I did a good job explaining how everything's supposed to work. So I'm going to take the time to go through everything, especially because I forgot to mention this screen, which I know is confusing. So essentially, when you first log in and you don't have like any purchases, I think in the previous video it shows you like a list of purchases and stuff like that. When you first log in, obviously you're not going to have any order history. And so there's basically two user interfaces that go with this application. There's one meant for the business side, and it's basically point of sale software. Um, and then there's the one meant for the customer, which is the people that are actually making purchases at a business. And so this screen is actually meant for phones, and so that's the reason that when you looked at it on an iPad, I believe this was like really far moved up right here, and then obviously like the spacing was just messed up. And that's primarily because people typically wouldn't ever be logging into an iPad. But I went ahead and fixed the spacing anyway, just for consistency. So like the reason that if you click this, nothing was happening is because originally this was supposed to be down here because it was spaced towards like the iPhones or like iPhone spacing. So it was really pointing to this button. And when you click this button here, it shows you the actual user interfaces. The actual like user interface you're supposed to see when you say tap here to order. Um, Now for this, I'm going to oh, the second thing was the Apple Pay thing. Yeah. So my iPad doesn't have Apple Pay, so I'm not going to show you what it looks like here. I'm going to show you what it looks like on my phone. So basically, the reason here that it tells when you click this Apple Pay button, the reason it says amount pending is because there's not actually like a purchase that's going on right now. This button is meant for people to like update or like add the payment method they want to use in the future when they're actually making payments. And so this is like this UI you're saying I don't really have the ability to change because this is Apple's UI. Like they have an API you call that brings this up, so that I can't change any of this. The reason it says amount pending is because there's no actual purchase going on. So it doesn't show like a merchant or an amount because it's just primarily used to set up cards. I do agree it is kind of confusing the way they have it set it up though. But I'll show you what it'll make more sense when I show you how the UI is supposed to interact with each other. So for this, I'm gonna log out on the iPad and show you the UI that you're supposed to see when you log into an iPad. Um, and for this, I'm gonna put the password in the app review, but for this, I'm not gonna show it because it's gonna go on YouTube. Um, but yeah, you should. It's gonna be the Restro one, the RESTRO with the numbers. But I'll let you look at that in the description when I link it to you. Um, two, please. Oh, it's annoying. Oh, it's case sensitive. Oh yeah, for all the passwords, they all are gonna be case sensitive. So if you ever have a problem logging in, that is more than likely the reason why. Okay, so when you first log in, it's going to bring you here, and so this is why it's going to make a little bit more sense when you see how they interact with each other. So I think in the last video I showed you, oh, this is getting kind of long. I'm trying to speed it up, but in the last video I showed you, there's a bunch of like orders, but obviously when you first log in, you're not gonna have orders. So when you first log in as a business, you're gonna see this, which is gonna show you a list of the employees that have created an account with your business. And so if I click on my face here, it's gonna log me in, and I'm gonna see this dashboard. Um, once you go to the actual customers UI and you click this button right here, you're gonna see the face of the person um, that was logged in. And the way that works is, and when you're testing, you're gonna have to have an iPad and an iPhone if you want to actually make a purchase. But if I click this and I swipe out of this only shows something if this person's logged in because it uses Bluetooth. So the second I log in like this, it pops up because it registers that this is an active terminal. And then if I click on this, this is where it actually bring you to the place where you can actually make purchases. It's going to show you the entire UI, or not UI, but the entire like menu of a place. And so if I wanted a vodka soda, I don't have money, so I can't actually make a purchase, which is kind of bad. But yeah, if I wanted to make a purchase right here, I'd click this, I click view summary, and then I click pay. And obviously it's going to do this. It's kind of hard to show you what it says, but it's just basically saying you don't have enough points. So it's not going to let me go through with that purchase. And I don't really want to spend money right now. But I think in the last video I did show you how that does work. So if you want to look back, if you make a purchase, it will show up on this screen. And then if you click on the order, it'll let you ready it or cancel it. And if you click on it again, it'll let you deliver it. And then that's where you start seeing, if you go back here, all those transactions that were like, that shows your past order history. So yeah. And the less important part I was going to show you. Sorry, this video is kind of long. I was trying to keep it under 4 minutes, but I failed at that. But if you go here and try to make a purchase, I know this is really bright and it's kind of really hard to see. Maybe I can do this. Okay, yeah. So it's going to say pay, but it's going to be red. Oh, wait. Ooh, don't tell me I just paid for something. Oh, don't tell me I just paid for something. Oh, I forgot I set up my card. Oh my gosh. Well, I guess I just paid for something, but now I guess I guess you can see how it actually works. I forgot I didn't set up my card, but usually, what's it called? Usually if you go back here, it'll show you view summary. Right here, the card that you're using, and also obviously when you go here, it shows you the business you're ordering from. And so if you click edit here, again, if you click edit here, this is just setting up a card. This isn't actually to confirm the payment. So it's always going to say amount pending. So if you wanted to switch your card, you could do that. And then I'll use my Face ID. Yeah. And then what happens is you go back and then you click pay. So basically, you don't actually like confirm the payment with Apple Pay. You just use Apple Pay as like a setup for your card, and then you just click pay to confirm. So yeah, I hope that that covers everything. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I can I'll try to make a video or update it. I'm gonna send a new build because I changed. The only thing I did change was like the spacing for the iPad, so now it's more clear about where you're supposed to click. But yeah.